It will cost you £1 to park for 1 hour in Southampton City Centre after 6 o'clock in the evening. The council introduced evening parking charges in 2014, and now the Conservatives in the city say scrapping them could boost Southampton's economy.
I think it would just be a shot in the arm really for local businesses, and that would mean more jobs and make Southampton more successful.
Councillor Moulton also thinks businesses are suffering under the current system.
Well, I think people will be put off coming into the city centre if they've got to pay. If they're working in Southampton, they're thinking about staying later in the evening. I think people will think, actually, we'll go home because we don't want to pay, or we don't have to get back to the car to put more change into the meter or whatever. So I think it does put people off, and there's more and more restaurants opening in Southampton with West Quay, Watermark, and that has put a lot of pressure on some of the other parts of the city centre, and anecdotally we have heard of restaurants suffering.
One of the main arguments here from the Conservatives in Southampton is that by allowing free parking after 6 o'clock will encourage more people to use West Quay and other facilities in the city. But what do the people of Southampton think about the issue?
If the parking is free, I don't know what that means for the City Council in terms of they're actually getting payments for people parking their cars. Normally it would be after about that time of the night should be free.
It's a really good idea and it would encourage more people to visit the city. However, I don't think the actual facilities are in place for that at the moment because it's quite difficult to get parking as it is. I think if there were no charges, a lot more residents who don't have spaces like myself would use that, and it'd be quite a difficult thing to facilitate.
It makes it convenient for everybody who is using the car within the city. People will come into the city in the evenings to do their shopping and to go to the theatre if parking was free.
But Southampton City Council say the parking charges aren't putting people off coming to the city.
We've introduced them to control parking in the city centre in the evening. We're a vibrant evening economy. We've now got an extra 40 restaurants that are here in the evening and doing a good trade. It's important that we allow parking spaces to be available for people not only to use the businesses but also for residents who wish to park there, because we've got a big residential population. There's absolutely no evidence at all. There's been no drop in trade in Southampton. In fact, trade has increased over the last 5 years since we introduced these charges, so there's no evidence for that. Southampton is a really buoyant and progressive economic place to be.
The council have also confirmed parking will not go up around the city centre as well.
There will be no increases in parking, city centre parking or any other parking charges whilst I'm leader, so that will remain the truth. We'll still keep 2 hours free in all our district centres, so that's Woolston, Bitton and Portswood, and the city centre parking will remain frozen for as long as I remain leader of the council.
Daniel Padwick, That's TV.